Hi guys. As you can see, I have my hair down today. It's very short now. I usually wear it in a ponytail, but I just washed it and let it dry, so it's just here. I don't have a lot to show you, but I have finished up a couple of things, and I've got my new square done for my temperature blanket. So I just thought I'd show that to you guys. It is currently June 10th, so I am a little bit late getting my square done, but I did it this week. It's just been a little crazy. I've started a new job and like just started, and I worked 6 days in a row, and that's a little bit. So I just didn't have a lot of time to actually work on stuff on those days. But now I've got a 3-day weekend, and I had a couple of days off before that, so I've had a little bit more time to do things. And then there's no more 6-day stretches scheduled right now, so good. I should have more time to actually get stuff done. So I guess I'll start with my whip because it's just sitting right here in front of me. I was experimenting with doing Tunisian crochet socks because I thought that would be good since I have yet to figure out knitting. Um, but it wasn't working out, and I still wanted to do a Tunisian crochet project. And I've been waking up super early every morning, like way earlier than I actually need to be up for work. So I thought, well, I can start trying to do maybe yoga or something in the mornings. Do something healthy, take care of myself, make an effort, and good use of that extra time. So I decided to make myself a yoga mat. So I'm doing the Tunisian knit stitch to make a yoga mat because I thought that would be like nice and squished, and usually yoga mats are kind of thick. I just did like 3 rows of a single crochet first to kind of help prevent that curling. And then I'm going to do this either until it seems like the right length or I run on yarn, whichever happens first. And this is just the We Love Yarn Everyday Acrylic from Hobie that I got in mystery bags, surprise bags, whatever they call them. Whew. Sorry, this always happens. So yeah, I've just started that, so I haven't made a lot of progress yet. I am itchy. I apologize. I just had to scratch my ankle. Um, Other things. My square, it's all bright colors this month because it was very hot. So uh, this was the beginning of the month. This is the end. We had one day that was like in the 50s, I think is what rain is. And then this is 90. So it got up to 90 degrees. Um, I have a feeling it's just going to get even hotter because this was May, right? And now we're going into summer, so it's going to get hotter, I'm sure. But that's that. This one is just very, very bright and colorful this time. I like it. I don't like the heat, but I do like these colors. So that's exciting. And then the other project I'm doing, um, I believe I've mentioned this already. I'm doing like a handkerchief hem tank top kind of thing. So I've seen a couple of patterns for them. I will try to link one down below, but I'm not actually following a pattern. I just kind of looked at how they do the construction and then grabbed one weight yarn. Um, I pulled apart some vests or a vest and a cardigan to make this, and I just grabbed the right size hook, and yeah, I'm just kind of figuring it out myself and just using this to figure out how it goes together. So my squares, I did just block these today, which I've never really blocked anything before, so cool. I think it's good. I didn't do like a full-on wet block kind of thing. I just used a spray bottle, like stretched them out and then sprayed them and then let them dry. So that's 2, 3, 4. And I'll have to look again at a picture to see how the construction works, but it's kind of like it joins together like this, which will probably be a little bit lower down. Let me see if I can. It's hard because my chair is right here and then my bed is right here. Like I'm standing against it, so there's not a lot of room here. But it's something like this. And there's a strap somewhere in here. And this joins together. And then there's like points. So let me see if you can get on my bed. And you can kind of see, kind of, it's gonna like hang down like this. And this is a pretty decent length. So, yeah. I think that's gonna be really pretty. And I have plenty of yarn left. I've still got this and this for like straps and whatever else I might need. So I might even do like a border on the bottom if I have enough of this left, because I think this isn't, oh, this is 2 colors. Yeah, I should have enough to do a border at the bottom if I want to. I should maybe make it a little more cohesive and just add a tiny bit more length. I think that's everything I have to show you guys. Oh, well, I guess there's one more small thing. My mom, I think I've mentioned, she runs like a thrift store that kind of does charity and helps out local people, and like they make sure they keep their prices really low, and then if someone has a fire or something, they can come in and get stuff, and they just do a lot to help out the community, which is very cool. Oh, I'm so sorry. But someone brought in some yarn, and that's not really a thing that they sell there. They focus more on clothing and making sure they have like blankets and towels and stuff for people who need them after they lose things. So my mom gave me the yarn. She also crochets, but she doesn't collect yarn the way that I do. She's more of one of those people who has a specific project that she is making, so she buys yarn for that project. So this wasn't really useful to her. But it is useful to me, so I am happy to have it. Oh, I think these were leftovers from a yard sale, because this one has a price on it. Yeah. Yeah, I think someone had a yard sale and the stuff didn't sell, so they brought it in. So this is the Lion brand Chanel Thick and Quick. And that packaging looks pretty old. I don't know. I doubt it's gonna say when this came out, but I'd say it's been at least a couple of years, and this package has been taped back together. But it looks like it's still in decent shape. I don't really use chenille yarns that much. Oh, it has special care instructions. To maintain full plushness, a knot should be tied at the beginning of each skein and at both ends when joining yarn. Handle the yarn gently and do not unravel or reuse. A minimal amount of yarn shedding is normal with this yarn. Yeah, that's fair. So there's 2 skeins of that. I don't know what I'll make with it, because I'm gonna do something, even though it's not a style of yarn that I use very much. This actually does feel pretty nice. It doesn't feel quite as plush as the chenille yarns that I'm used to. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, it's still nice, it's soft, but it's not quite as velvety, I guess. I don't know. Put that back in this bag. This stuff is going to end up going back into my stash. I just haven't put it in there yet. And then I think the rest of this is all of the Lion Brand hometown. Great. Itchy. So this is Madison Mustard. It's got a nice sheen to it. I've never worked with the hometown yarn, but I've seen people use it a lot. It feels like it's kind of a nice, I'd say it's a 5 weight. This says it's a 6 weight. I don't know. I don't usually go above a 4, so I can't really judge that very well, but there's that pretty mustardy color. And I've got, I am going to butcher this, so if you are from Vermont, don't be mad. Montpellier peacock? It's not really focusing. Kinda. I probably said that wrong, and I'm really sorry. But it's a beautiful, like, greeny color. It kind of matches this, actually. Maybe this one. Yeah, those are almost the same color. So that one's really pretty. I like it. I think those two go good together. They probably meant to use all of these together and just never did it. I don't know. We've got this Hoboken Honey. So it's like a nice beigey kind of color. There's 2 of those. And then, what's this one? Tampa Spice. That's like a nice bright red. There's 81 yards in each of these. I have 5. Let me think. That's 5 times 8, 40. So 405 yards. Make something with that. I don't know what, because I don't use that large of yarn usually, but I'm sure I can come up with something. And I do think those colors are really pretty together. Maybe a sweater? I don't know if that's enough for a sweater. There's plenty of yarn calculators and stuff out there though, so I can look at one of those and figure that out. Or if anyone who does use bulky weight yarn has any suggestions of what I could make with that, that would be fine. That would be great, actually. I would be very grateful for any suggestions. I don't think I'm ever going to stop yawning. I do finally have everything up here in my room. I haven't gone through all of my crochet stuff yet, and some of it needs to be washed before I show you guys, because it's been downstairs with the animals, and I just want to make sure everything is as presentable as possible when I show it off. That's also probably going to have to be a multi-part video, because as I've mentioned before, I am having trouble getting stuff from my phone onto my computer. Last time that happened, I just bought a new data cable and that fixed the problem. But it happened again, so I don't know if there's something wrong with the data cables or if the USB ports on my computer are having problems. I don't know. Maybe for that I think I bought like a set of data cables, so I should have a new one somewhere, or I might upload the video to YouTube and then download it and then splice everything together, or maybe I will just do multiple parts, because I've been crocheting for a really long time, and I do have a large portion of the stuff that I have made in that time. And there have been long breaks in between. Like, I think I started crocheting 15, 17 years ago, something like that. But not consistently. So I don't have 17 years worth of projects. but I might have like 6 or 7 years worth of projects, and that's still a significant amount. Especially recently, I've pretty much been nonstop crocheting. Some breaks for video games. I have been playing Diablo 4. I did pre-order it, so I did start playing that as soon as I was able. I'm playing Necromancer. I'm playing by myself, so it made sense to pick the solo class. Also, Necro's cool, and I love playing summoning classes. They're definitely my favorite. So, if anyone else is playing Diablo 4, let me know what you think and what class you're playing. I would be very excited to hear that and to discuss that with you. I need water. Also, it is June. I know I'm talking at the edge of my video. I apologize. I'm reaching for something on my desk. And there's stuff all over my desk. Oh. So, happy Pride Month. I have started coloring a picture. I haven't gotten very far. But I wanted to represent my sexuality, I guess, or asexuality for Pride Month. So I was doing Medusa, and I was going to do the flag, the asexual pride flag. And then for actual Medusa, I am debating going rainbow for her to represent pride for everyone. Then maybe with the snakes, I could do. I don't know what they call it, but there's that one flag that's for everyone. That's got like the browns and the pastel colors for trans, and I think that would be good if I could do that in a way that looks nice. I would like to do that. I just don't know. Like, I haven't made very much progress on this, clearly. I started it when my sister and I were recording our podcast, and I haven't touched it since. I've been doing other things. I just haven't been coloring words. I haven't been coloring that much lately. It's just, it hasn't been the thing that I have felt like doing. But I would like to get that done and celebrate. I think it's very important that people can be open and honest about that part of themselves if they want to be. You don't have to be, obviously, if you're not comfortable with admitting that sort of thing. If you're a very private person and people just don't need to know, like, that's all absolutely fine. You know, you do you. But you should never be afraid to tell people who you are. So, here I am telling people who I am. Is there anything else? What? Yes, one more thing. It did mess this up. I'm gonna say that. This is my bullet journal for this month. This year. Not just this month, this year. It's our journal. I believe this is one of the Halloween ones. I don't know. I have way too many of these because there was a time when I had some disposable income. It's got the gilded edges. I don't think I bought this one. I think I traded this one because I got a mystery pack and I got the primary color acrylographs, and at the time I didn't want them, which, looking back now, I do kind of wish I had those. They'd be really great for doing like a pride stuff in my journal, but my theme this month isn't pride. My theme this month is Diablo 4. And I know that there are shitty things that happened at Blizzard, and I don't necessarily support them as a company, and I don't play any of their other games, but I am obsessed with Diablo. And it sucks that the people responsible for making such a great series of games are assholes, but they're still great games. I won't be like, I'm not going to be buying the platinum or whatever it is that you used to buy cosmetics in the game. I'm not going to be contributing anything else to them. And I don't know how much more I'll be talking about it, honestly. But I did buy that game because as soon as I knew that they were making it, I wanted it. Because I love the Diablo games. And you know, it's the same thing with like Harry Potter. I don't want to support J.K. Rowling. She's not the great person that people hoped she was, but she did create some good things, and those things I would like to support. I am proud to consider myself a Hufflepuff. I have yellow and black dice that my sister made for me. I have Hufflepuff gear. I won't be buying anything else that is officially licensed. Unless they come out with something cool for Newt Scamander, because he's just like the best character in anything ever, and it's really hard not to like him. But I don't support J.K. Rowling as a person, and I would prefer not to give her any more of my money. But, you know, these are decisions they make on a case-by-case basis, and every person is allowed to make their own decision. That's just how it is. But I have been ranting about this for a couple minutes now, and I think it's... Anyway, so I did a practice one first, and I think I'm going to show you that too, and not just the one that I did, because when I actually did my theme, I didn't do it the way I wanted to. So, this is my practice. So the logo, you can't see this. The logo for Diablo 4 is it's 4. I did Roman numeral 6 because June is the 6th month, so it uses the same numerals, so I thought it would be cute to just flip them for June. So that's what I did when I practiced it. But then when I actually did it, I was looking at the logo and I did 4 instead. So, my bad. But that's what it looks like. And then my quote is, "Stay a while and listen." If you know, you know. If you don't know, get with the program. I'm kidding. You're fine. If you don't like Diablo, if you don't support Blizzard, not a problem at all. I completely understand. But I fell in love with those games a really long time ago, and I don't actually play a lot of games. Diablo, Dragon Age, Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, play Terraria. That's about it. I've tried a couple of others back when my ex and I used to play video games together, but I haven't spoken to him in a long time, and obviously we don't play games together anymore, so this is probably one of the few series I will continue to follow. I would keep playing Dragon Age if they kept making them, but I don't know that they will. And I never finished Inquisition because I just couldn't get into it, I guess. Like, I got halfway through it, but I don't know. I want more Grey Wardens. BioWare, if you're listening, make a game about Grey Wardens. I don't care about all this other bullshit. Make a game about Grey Wardens. Please. They're not listening to me, it's fine. This is gonna be my most annoying video to date. So if you're still here, you're the real deal. Thank you, and I love you. So yeah, I guess I've shown you all of my fun crochet stuff for the time being. I don't have any new yarns. There's in the yard sale thrift store stuff that I just showed you. I don't think I've gotten any other projects. I still haven't finished my corset hoodie because I don't have a way to lace out the back yet. But that's all I need to do is lace out the back and then like wash it. Or wash it and then lace it up probably. I should probably put that in my hamper because I have a load of laundry ready to go. So that probably needs to go in there too. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, I think that's it for now. I don't really have anything else going on or anything interesting to show you. My game hates me. That's not really. If you have any good ideas on how to crochet socks, let me know. I have made a couple of pairs of like regular crochet socks. I've done alt knots. Kayla's pattern. Kayla from Alt Knots. I've done her sock pattern and got 2 pairs. Um, one of them is way too big. I had to buy a new set of hooks to get one small enough to make them actually fit my feet because her recommended hook size was just far too big, and then I used the smallest hook I actually have, and it was still too big. So the ones that are too big are in the Hobie sock wool, and like they're good for it's called in the house kind of house socks. They're comfortable for that, but they're way too big to wear inside of shoes, even if the shoes were oversized. They're loose on my feet. And then the other pair is made with this yarn, which I don't remember what this is. I think I got it from Michael's. I don't know. This is a yarn, a cake cozy, so I thought this would be good because it's stretchy. So, you know, like really, really stretchy. It is a nice sock yarn. It's very soft. It made very cute socks. I do have those somewhere in one of my older videos, which I will probably not link down below because that's a lot of work. I'll be nice. I'll try to find it and show it to you, and then you can see what yarn this actually is. But I don't know if this yarn is still available. Unsure. But I have this, and I have socks made out of this that are still too big. But they fit well enough that I can wear them inside of shoes. The problem is, even though the yarn is so small, and the hook was so small, and everything about it is so small, it's still crochet. It's still little knots. And I am very aware of it on my feet. So I think I really need to try to figure out how to knit socks because I tried to do Tunisian crochet, I tried to do Tunisian knit stitch, and it didn't have the stretch that I wanted because I do want it to have that. Well, the top of this is not stretchy because I was trying to decrease it, but I want it to have that like really nice stretch, so it fits comfortably on my feet. And there are some problems with my feet which I'm not going into because that's not what this video is about. So there are certain things that I need in a pair of socks, and that sock design that Kayla did just doesn't work for me. And there's nothing wrong with it. They're great socks. I do think they make very good house socks. They just don't work inside of shoes for me. It causes problems. It's not comfortable, essentially. I'm sorry. I'm itchy all over. I'm about to yawn again. I'm rambling at this point about socks. I think it's probably time to call it. But thank you for sticking with me. Oh, I did want to say, if you do like me and my random rambling, Obviously, you can check out my socials down below. I've got Instagram, I've got my Discord linked down there. There's not a lot of people there right now, but hopefully that will change. And I also have my podcast with my sister linked down below. That is, it's not like a Yarny thing or a YouTube thing. It's just like an audio podcast, actual podcast. Um, we talk about books and movies that aren't good. That is the entire point. And it's fun. The first one we did, the thing with asylums. I cannot remember the names of the things that we covered now, but they are in the podcast. That is available on Spotify, and it should be available other places as well. I need to go and make sure that it is, because that's my job. I'm the podcast person. And then the next one, which I don't know if it's going to be out when this video comes out. We haven't recorded it yet. But the next one is about twins, which is fun because my sister and I are twins. Also, her shop should be linked down below. If I don't have that permanently linked, I'll fix that. She is Silly Sheep Crochet. I believe I will have her Instagram linked, and you can check her out there. She right now is working on adventurer belts, which are very cute. They're like little belts that have different pockets and pretty fabric paint down, and they're really awesome. She does a line of like bake shop stuffies, so she's got like donuts and cupcakes and cute things like that. I'm sorry, I have a game going, and so I keep looking at my screen. I'm really bad about that. And she does like cloaks, and she has a design her own called a princess cape. That's like this hooded cloak with like 2 layers. It's very, very cute. She does custom orders of all of those things, I think. And she also has dragon scale gloves, which she can custom make those. And she also has a pattern available if you would like to make your own. It is a fingering weight pattern. I don't know that she has any other sizes. But generally it's just like soft yarn, and they're really cute. Okay, there's weird noises happening. If you'd like to know why weird noises happen in my house, you should listen to the first episode of my podcast. Shameless plug. But yeah, check out my socials, like, comment, subscribe. Please do all the things if you think that I am fun and funny and not weird and annoying. Thank you for being here and for sticking with me throughout this pretty long video. And again, if you have any suggestions for good sock patterns, or something to do with that hometown yarn or the Chanel yarn, please let me know. I would be very happy to hear it. And talk to me about your favorite video games. Bye guys.